and welcome to the latest episode of the Good Works podcast. Today, we're at Notre Dame High School, and we're going to talk all about legacy and anniversaries with two very special guests. And as always, please stick with us till the end when Sarah and I will tell you what we're looking forward to. Happy New Year, Sarah.
Happy New Year.
It's nice to be back together after a little bit of time between the holidays.
Yeah, it was great. How were your holidays?
Lovely, as always. And you?
Oh, awesome.
Good. Well, today we're at Notre Dame High School.
Yep.
And we love Notre Dame High School. But why are we here today specifically?
Well, we are here specifically to talk about some pretty incredible things, right? So we have a couple of guests with us today.
We sure
have
do.
the Goughs with us. But we're here at Notre Dame because Notre Dame is really important to our community in so many ways. It's important for our community and our families and our kids to have options.
It is.
And as a community foundation, it's been our pleasure to support Notre Dame with various grants throughout the years. But we also want to talk about anniversaries and legacies. So
That's right. We're starting 2017 off with a nice chat with two of our very favorite supporters of the Community Foundation, John and Tom Gough. So in 2017, the Community Foundation will celebrate our 45th anniversary. And for those who've been paying attention for a while to what we're up to, we had a lot of fun celebrating our 40th anniversary. That's when we ran around town giving surprise grants all over the place of $1,000 and video recording those surprises. And in fact, some of that is what led to this podcast starting to happen. And back at that time, John, you were still on our board of directors.
Yes.
Back when we were surprising everyone.
Yes.
But in 2017, Tom will become chair of our board of directors. So we're keeping it in the family. We're keeping it in the Gough family. So we thought we would ask you today, why is the Community Foundation so special to you?
Well, I hate to think of the community without the Community Foundation, truthfully, because it's a big pickup. United Way does its thing, but the Community Foundation, with the money that's spent on scholarships, Clemens Center, Notre Dame, St. Mary Our Mother, Little Leagues, all the things that need support, they'd all struggle without the Community Foundation. And it's a growing entity, it's a participatory entity, and it's a great entity.
Well, in no small part to some of the work you did while you were a board member. You were there during some really tough times.
Yeah, you brought us through them, so everything worked out okay.
So, Tom, you're about to step into some big shoes.
Sure, I'm looking forward to the opportunity. At no time do I think I can fill the shoes of the gentlemen and women that have ran in the past.
Or the pants.
But it's an honor to walk in them for a while. I think the Community Foundation is a great group of individuals inside. I think you guys as a staff do a wonderful job in creating a positive environment that we take out to the community. I'm lucky enough to sit on other boards where I've been both sides and been on a board that has received a grant, and I've seen the impact that has on individuals, children, and families from all four counties, and it'll be an honor to serve on the Community Foundation.
And can you tell us a little bit about your relationship as a family also to Notre Dame? I know how much we love having you as supporters of the Community Foundation, but I think Notre Dame has a pretty special place in their heart for you as well.
Yeah, we started, Ellie, my wife and I started down here in 1972 when our first daughter came down. And we're involved in many things with a lot of other parents. And it was not only great fundraising, but it was a lot of fun. And we've watched the school go through many transitions, and always to the positive, and things are going along pretty well right now. And it's good to see because, like you mentioned, we do need the option to have the private school.
Yep.
And it's produced an awful lot of successful people and a lot of good people. And so many of the Notre Dame graduates are out there raising money for not only Notre Dame, but all kinds of activities in the community. So it's a plus.
And I think we might have a Notre Dame graduate on the panel today. And would you like to tell us about the last time you were on this stage, Tom?
Oh, sure. I was a 1986 graduate of Notre Dame, and the last time I was on here, I probably made a fool of myself in a play. Did my best, and they made me sing, so that wasn't good. But I'm honored right now to have a 10th grader, an 8th grader, and a 7th grader, John, Catherine, and Stephen, that go to school here. It gives us an educational choice in this county. I'm a big believer in smaller classrooms, and I'm a believer of God having a part of my kids' life on a daily basis. I think they love this, but this is just one example of thousands of examples of different small groups and organizations that have been impacted by the Community Foundation in such a positive fashion. It's great to see the look on not only the people's face that come to us for a grant and they receive that grant and the good that they do with that, but also at the end game of the individuals' faces when that's done, whether that's the restructuring of a building, a starting of another small part of the community. But I can't say enough about it. And Notre Dame High School, Sister Mary Walter is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. She is still here playing a big role, and I hope it's here for a long time to come for the good of everybody.
Well, thank you to both of you for coming and being part of our conversation today. I know Notre Dame thanks you. I know the Community Foundation thanks you. I could actually sit here and list so many other organizations just off the top of my head. I think of Chemung Arc. I think of St. Joe's Hospital. Honestly, you can't really think about philanthropy in Chemung County without thinking about the Gough family.
Well, thank you for that.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, it's a great community, and if everybody steps up and does their share, it'll continue to be a great community.
That's right.
And you guys do a wonderful job with the Community Foundation. And we watched it grow over the years, and the number of people we're touching now, and where we were when we first started. I forget how many years I first came on the board, but it's multiplied in such a way that it's totally positive and beneficial.
Right.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Sarah, on that note, this feels great, doesn't it, to have this conversation?
I'm very excited.
What is something that you're looking forward to that's coming up?
Well, okay, so I usually talk about outside of work sort of life or kid life.
Yes.
But I want to talk about work things that are coming up. So in February is a big month for us at the Community Foundation because that's when our scholarships are due. Our general scholarship is due in the middle of February. And so that's where we get to read essays and information, hundreds of them. And it's not so much me as it is you and Katie and the full scholarship committee that get to be sort of just enriched by the stories that are shared with us. So that's an exciting time. And then we also have a grant cycle, another grant cycle coming up in March 1st. It's our Fund for Women of the Southern Tier, where we accept applications from both nonprofit organizations that serve women and girls, but also applications from individuals up to $500 each to support their educational endeavors.
That's a wonderful cycle.
Yeah.
I look forward to that one as well every single year.
Yep.
Between the scholarships in February and the Fund for Women in March, we really do get to hear from our community in a pretty organic and real way.
I sure do. How about you?
Well, I often talk about something to do with musical theater, but Tom beat me to that today during the podcast. So actually, something I'm looking forward to now that 2017 has started is this is a big year in my house. This is the year that my husband and I are both turning 40.
Ooh.
I know. And Dusty's birthday is in February, so next month we'll be celebrating his birthday. And I'm really excited about that. The very first birthday we celebrated together was when I turned 18. So we have a lot of history in birthdays in our house. But we're borrowing an idea from kids, something we're seeing a lot of kids do, which is turning your birthday into a chance to give back to the community.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And so we will be doing that with his birthday in February.
So like food for the SPCA?
Well, that's what has been done. I know I've seen some kids do that. We're actually going to be doing a little partnering with the Arts Council.
Oh, very
And
cool.
I consider the Arts Council a cousin to the Community Foundation, so it's keeping it in the family.
Yep.
And I'm really looking forward to that, a chance to celebrate the arts and celebrate Dusty.
That's wonderful.
I love him. So that's a big
Happy
thing. I'm
soon-to-be
looking-
birthday,
Thank you.
Dusty.
That's something I'm looking forward to. So with that, yet another chance to sit and talk about philanthropy with you, Sarah. It's one of my
Thank you.
favorite things to do.
Me too.
Very special thanks to our guests today. And thank you all for watching and listening and being part of this. And we will see you next time on the next Good Works podcast.